Hi and welcome back to this Let's Play. This is Offer of Mercia and this is episode 5 of my Wissenland campaign. Going back to where we left off last time, we defeated at the
scum from the field.
filthy undead attacking our capital of Wissenberg, and we also beat off the Avalanders, who sent a paltry sum of 3 troops, or 3 regiments. Oh, is it battalions? Can't remember what they call them. Line infantry. Squads. Not squads. Doesn't matter. 3 units will do just nicely for this conversation. To take Salam Fair. As we can see that they are also done the same thing down here and sent a paltry sum of 3 melee units against 2 range units. Hopefully they should be able to beat them down before they get into the city. And then one, so I'll sacrifice one, and I've just over one pepper the 3 units as they come through the gate. That or I'll sally my general down. Sally my countdown and just run them over after peppering them a bit. But first up, it looks like it's going to be a bit of a fight with all these slaves of the Ratmen, the Skaven. So we're going to enter in here and probably have a battle here, unless they decide to siege me out, which will suck and ruin my plans for the future. Delay them at least. Just having sent in a diplomat up to the... what do you call them? I know they're Osland. I'm not actually sure about the official name. Find that out later. I believe all these are quite weak. Well, the Skaven slaves are, at least. Are they clan? Yeah, they're clan rats. Skaven slaves are 4 and 4. Spear rats 5 and 8. I mean, they don't add up to any. I think even my archers and my crossbowmen are better than what they've got. But they have a lot of troops. They outnumber me 2. It says 2 to 1. Surely. It's close to 3 to 1, isn't it? I'll see you on the battle map.
There will be no retreat, only glory or death.
Have a bit of my hot chocolate. Oh. Yeah, I'm not as good at making hot chocolate as I am as cup of tea. Right. So before we start, I'll keep a bit of lowdown on the Skaven themselves. In fact, bit of their origins. I'm going to read you a Tillian tale called the Doom of Kavzar. Once upon a time, long, long ago, men and dwarves lived together beneath the roof of one great city. Some said it was the oldest and greatest city in the world, and had existed before the time of the Longbeards and Manlings. Built by older and wiser hands in the dawn of the world, the city lay both above and below the earth. In keeping with the nature of the populace that dwelt there, the dwarves ruled in their great halls of stone below ground and wrestled the fruits of the rock free with their day-long toil, while the Manlings reaped the fields of swaying corn that surrounded the city with a patchwork blanket of gold. The sun smiled, men laughed, and everybody was happy. One day, the men of the city decided that they should give praise to their gods for their good fortunes. They planned a temple, such as the world has never seen before. In the central square, a colossal hall would be built and topped with a single, cloud-piercing tower. A tower so tall, it would touch the very heart of the heavens. After much planning, and with the help of the Longbeards, they set about their monumental task. Weeks became months, and months became years, and still the Manlings built. Men grew old and grey, working on that great temple, their sons continuing their work through the summer sun and the winter rain. At last, after many generations, work began on the great spire itself. Years passed and the tower reached such a height that the manlings found it ever more difficult to take the stone up to the top. Eventually the work slowed to a crawl, and finishing the tower seemed impossible. Then one came among the men of the city who offered his help in their great scheme. He asked a single boon of them in return, and claimed that if they would grant him this, he would complete the tower in a single night. The manling said to the smith, What have we to lose? And offered to make a bargain with the grey-clad stranger. All he wished was to add his own dedication to the gods onto the tower, onto the temple itself. The manlings agreed and the bargain was struck. At dusk, the stranger entered the unfinished temple and bade the manlings to return at midnight. Clouds swept over the mounds, cloaking the temple in darkness as the manlings left. All over the city, men watched and waited as hours slipped past, until, near midnight, by ones and twos they gathered again in the temple square. The wind blew, and the clouds parted, as they gazed upon the temple. It rose like an unbroken lance against the sky, pure and white. At its very peak, a great horned bell hung gleaming coldly in the moonlight. The stranger's dedication to the gods was there, but of the stranger himself, there was no sign. The manlings rejoiced that their father's work was done. They surged forward to enter the temple. Then at the stroke of midnight, the great bell began to toll. Once, twice, thrice. Slow heavy waves of sound rolled across the city. 4, 5, 6 times the bell rang, like the torpid pulse of a bronze giant. 7, 8, 9. The rolling of the bell grew louder with each ring, and the manlings staggered back from the temple, steps clutching their ears. 10, 11, 12, 13. At the 13th stroke, lightning split the skies and thunder echoes through the night. High above, the dark circle of Morslib was lit by a bright flash, and all fell ominously silent. The manlings fled to their beds, frightened and puzzled by the portents they had seen. Next morning, they arose to find that the darkness had come to their city. Brooding storm clouds reared above the rooftops, and such rain fell as they had never seen before. Black like ash, the rain fell and puddled in the streets, slicking the cobbles with dark iridescent colours. At first some of the manlings didn't worry. They waited for the rain to stop so that they might resume their work. But the rain did not stop. The wind blew stronger, and lightning shook the high tower. Days stretching into weeks, and still the rain did not stop. Each night the bell tolled 13 times, and each morning the darkness lay across the city. The manlings became fearful and prayed to their gods. Still the rains did not stop, and the black clouds hung like a shroud over the fields of flattened corn. The manlings went to the dwarves and beseeched their help. The Longbeards were unconcerned. For what matter a little rain on the surface? In the bosom of the earth, all was warm and dry. Now, the manlings huddled in their dwelling, fear gnawing at their hearts. They sent some of their number to faraway places to seek help, but none of them returned. Some went to the temple to pray and sacrifice their dwindling food to the gods, but they found the temple doors closed to them. The rain grew heavier. Dark hailstones fell from the sky and crushed the southern crops. The great bell tolled the death knell over the terrified city. Soon great stones cleft the heavens, rushing down like dark meteors to smash the homes of the manlings. Many sickened and died from no apparent cause, and the newborn babes of the manlings were hideously twisted. Skulking vermin devoured what little stored corn there was left, and the manlings began to starve. The manling elders went to see the dwarves again, and this time demanded their help. They wanted to bring their folk below ground to safety. They wanted food. The Longbeards grew angry and told the manlings that the lower workings were flooded, and their food had also been devoured by the rats. There remained barely enough food and shelter for them and their kinsmen. They cast the manlings out of their halls and closed their doors once more. In the ruins of the city above, each day became more deadly than the last. The manlings despaired and called for succor from the dark gods, whispered the names of forgotten demon princes in hopes of salvation, but none came. Instead, the vermin returned, bigger and bolder than ever. Their slinking furred shapes infested the broken city, feasting on the fallen and pulling down the weak. Each midnight the bell tolled, 13 times, on high, seeming now brazen and triumphant. The manlings lived as hunted creatures in their own city, as giant rat packs roamed the streets in search of them. At last, the desperate manlings took up such weapons as they had, and beat upon the dwarf's door, threatening that if they did not emerge they would drag them out by their beards. But no reply came from within. The manlings took up beams and battered the doors down to reveal the tunnels below, dark and empty, stealing themselves the pitiful remnants of the city's once proud populace descended into the ancient hall of kingship. They found the dwarves, now naught but gnawed bones and scraps of cloth, and there they saw by the dying light of their torches the myriad of eyes about them, glittering like liquid midnight as the rats closed in for the kill. The manlings stood back to back and fought for their lives, but against such implacable ferocity and countless numbers of verminous horde, their weapons were useless. The tide of monstrous rats flowed over them one by one, dragging them down to be torn apart, the yellow chiseled teeth sinking into their soft flesh, the dark tough mass drowning their pitiful screams with their hideous chittering. That was a tale called The Doom of Kavzar, from a Tilian tale called The Doom of Kavzar, and also called The Curse of the 13. The town or city in question is believed to have been what is now known as Skavenblight, which is the capital of the Skaven themselves. Okay, but now all the exciting stuff's done. Let's get our army set up, shall we? Well, I finished talking about these vile fucking rat bastards. As I was saying, the city believed it to be in the tale is now named Skavenblight, and from the initial title of the tale, we can only assume that it was Kavzar was the original name of the inhabitants of man and dwarf. The Skaven have various settlements and clans scattered about the world, whether that's Clanishin in the far east of Cathay and Nippon, or Clan Moulder in the northern wastes. Clan Moors at Karak 8 Peaks, or even Clan Pestilence in Far Lustria. The fact is, they are vermin. And like all vermin, they must be exterminated. And that is what I want from this campaign. I want to rid the old world of these rat bastards. And I'm glad that you are joining me for this glorious expedition and campaign, because it's going to be glorious, it's going to be beautiful. Nobody likes rats. But enough exposition. Let's get set up, shall we? In fact, you can go up there. Where are you? Who are you? You can go here. You can go. I'll move you after them to battle. Thank you. Right, and stick my halberdiers there as well. Pull my I wish these could do some spikes, but they can't, which is upsetting. This is gonna be hard. I'm gonna have to. The idea for this siege is to hold here and hold here, and well, defeat them here and defeat them here as they try and sail the walls. And as after they break down the reinforced gates, hold them within the gatehouse. Move these here, and actually move these here as well. In fact, I want to have that side open because I want to bring these crossbowmen down off the wall so they can fire into the sides of the ratmen, and have these two flank them and hold them in position while I rain arrows down on them. Speed it up because it's going to be a bit of a slow start until we get into it. I should beat these down quite easy, these clan rats, with my great swords and swordsmen. Pause that, slow it down, have a bit of a watch. Don't know if I'll lose anyone. I should probably lose one or two. I'm hoping not. We should be able to outnumber them and kill them off because they're not that strong. It depends how many these send up to sailors. I'm going to save you though, so. And pull you down here. Thank you. Save your arrows. They don't have that many arrows apparently. Well, they have less than I thought. Now I've lost one. And these are holding on for quite a bit then. I wasn't expecting them to hold on for so long. But they'd be scared and run by now. Right. Wow. Are they gonna... Dude, I think they're gonna... Why are they not running? Their morale should be a lot lower than that. Who's this? Clan rats as well. Fair enough. These are having pathfinding difficulties apparently. Of course they are. Sprint please. Thank you. How long is it going to take them to get up there? A couple more. Nobody's charging. My spearmen hold. Why are you so close? Over here. Frustrating. Oh. This helps me quite a lot. Because the more that come up here, it's easy for my people on the walls to kill them because they can't get as many up onto the walls readily as fast. Line up for me, please. Your sergeant's been annoying me. Can these fire? Probably. Fire. Okay. Need you to kill them quickly. And they're starting to... I hate it when it starts flashing and stuff. It annoys me. And gets killed so quick. Oh, they're going into there now. Nice. Fire him. Kill the slaves. Are these all getting... They're getting a fair shot, aren't they? No, not bad. What are these ones doing? Let's have a look. I want them to fire straight, like just straight into the side right here. Oh. Fairly decent. Why is he firing up? Fire. Don't really want him firing up because one is stupid that you'd expect arrows to come down under gravity to kill someone. Well, to pierce their armor at least. It'd probably kill someone if they didn't have any armor, but... Oh, is that their general? He's tall for a rat. But it's a bit unbelievable if they're doing it. If they're just falling down. And plus, especially when they got crossbows, it just kind of defeats the purpose of the using the penetrative power of crossbows to kill them. They should be able to come down and outflank these soon. Come on. It's like, it really is just an infestation, isn't it? Kill him. Okay. Keep firing into him, please. I think the entire crossbowman unit's just firing as well, which is nice. Doesn't look like there's anyone firing up into the heavens, which is good. These are taking time getting up onto this wall, aren't they? Come on. Finish these off. And I want you to get out. Oh. In fact, yeah. I'm going to use my archers as well. How many have I killed so far? Over 50%. It's probably not enough. It's not fast enough. I could have done with another range unit maybe. Just to hold in reserve and stick them up here.
As you say.
After these had gone. I lost their quivers. All their quivers. Or is a quiver the thing that holds them? All the arrows, yeah. Here we go. Not fun. What are you doing? Don't come up. Come on, finish them off. So 88 of them just stood on the battlements. So keep firing. Start moving them round. They're doing weird shenanigans, whatever they're doing. I don't like it. Keep firing.
Attack!
Sending men up to walls now. Oh wait. Ah, that's cheese, or whatever. So what had happened was that there was half that went up the walls and then half that went through the gate for some reason. Nice, keep firing, then attack him. Get in position, please. Blocks. Thanking you. A bit faster if you can, though. They're nearly down, and I'll be able to bring these guys down. These have lost things. So what I am going to do is what am I going to do? I'm going to bring these down and use these to attack my here. Have them run in. Are you done? Cool, get around here. Okay, you're not working, are you? Just go down. Kill him. Sweet. Can't believe I've not killed their general yet. It's quite surprising. Charge in. Ooh, I think they're starting to run. Who's not running? You aren't running. Correct. Hold there. It's when they try and come out. I'll just attack them. Like what these are doing up here, kind of. General's not run yet. He's still alive, surprisingly. How are you guys doing? How do neither of you have any like chevrons? I'm surprised. Go behind him. Continue. They're all running now. Good. Captured. Just keep attacking them. Want as many as I can. Hopefully they'll pay me for them. Doubt it. But you never know. So. Azaraz. Seems a bit dwarven, that name. For a Skaven, to be honest. Speed it up. And that then. Who's leveled up? So my bodyguard, greatswords, normal greatsword's got 3, archers, crossbow, and swordsman. Why did these two not get any? I know that the spearman just got wiped, which is fine, kind of. Oof. Please? No. Oh no, you buggers. Fair enough.
I shall make a stand here.
Wanted to attack the Blood Keep next. Would I have been able to? I think I would have.
Yes, my lord. Without
Who's blocked me?
question, sire.
Of course you have. Is there any other way in? It's near. Nope.
Fight for the
Count helmet. Just put a weight on him. They're all transferring all the troops across, aren't they? Of course they are. How many is here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9.
The gods have granted this day to earn our glory.
Recruitment. Wissenland. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. That means I've got 3 cavalry units now to play with. That could be very useful. I've got a common mage somewhere. Probably my faction announcements. Rosenberg communal farming. Nice. To be honest, probably want to retrain what I've got here. Train you. Train you. Train you. Yep. Yep. Yes. Oof. Could do be a few more there. Can I hold 8 without having to pay for them? How many have I got? 3. I've got 6. So I could hold 2 more. Yeah, here we go. Wenzel, Toppenheimer. Heimer. Probably Heimer, innit? But I think that's spelled wrong. I think it's meant to be H-E-I. Emir. Manfred. Nice. Aspiring. Yep. Cool. Ooh. +6. Very nice. This is the dude here, I believe. Yes. End of turn. Limburg, Haviland. Yeah.
Protect our lands.
Who's in
God,
this
some
one?
people just crave
Ooh.
attention.
The Mad Count himself. Really is mad if he's attacking me.
I've only got 2 hands.
I hope if I kill him, he don't do regicide, because I haven't seen many of their generals, to be honest. Regicide will be a bit boring.
We will let none survive.
And they've just got another stack. Why did he have to move them out, though? That's upsetting. If we left them in, I wouldn't have to deal with like a new full stack. Hopefully I can get around him and then come and attack him this way.
No battle is ever fought in vain, for all life is merely death postponed.
Save it here. Right. Thank you for joining me. It's been Offer of Mercia. This is my Wissenland campaign. This is episode 5. Signing off.